The case we are about to unfold was one that happened on August 22nd, 2023. Rosemere, a young bride from São Paulo, had planned an extraordinary entrance for her wedding on December 4th, 2016. She intended to surprise her fiancé and guests by arriving at the ceremony in a helicopter, a grand gesture symbolizing the start of a new chapter in her life. But as the minutes ticked closer to the moment when vows would be exchanged, fate took a cruel and unexpected turn. In the sky above, something unimaginable was about to happen, shattering dreams and transforming what was meant to be a celebration into a tragedy that would forever haunt those left behind. So sit back and relax as we're about to take you on a roller coaster journey. Before we begin, we would love to extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of Rosemere do Nascimento Silva and all those affected by the tragic loss on that fateful day. This case takes us all the way to São Paulo, Brazil. São Paulo, the largest city in Brazil, is a booming metropolis with a population exceeding 12 million people, making it the most populous city in the Southern Hemisphere. As the financial and cultural heart of Brazil, São Paulo is known for its diverse population, vibrant art scene, and towering skyline, filled with modern skyscrapers. Despite its economic significance, the city also faces challenges, such as traffic congestion, income inequality, and issues related to urban sprawl. Within this vast urban landscape, the story of Rosemere do Nascimento Silva became widely known for its tragic circumstances. Rosemere, a young bride from São Paulo, had planned an extraordinary entrance for her wedding on December 4th, 2016. She intended to surprise her fiancé and guests by arriving at the ceremony in a helicopter, a grand gesture symbolizing the start of a new chapter in her life. Unfortunately, the day that was meant to be one of joy and celebration ended in unimaginable tragedy. The helicopter carrying Rosemere, her brother, a photographer who was 6 months pregnant, and the pilot crashed en route to the wedding venue. All 4 individuals on board were killed instantly. The crash occurred just minutes before the ceremony was scheduled to begin, devastating her fiancé and the waiting guests, who had no idea about the helicopter on a wedding day. But how did this happen? How had Rosemere, now deceased, planned the secret surprise? What really failed her helicopter? And what did the investigation later reveal? Let me take you on the journey of Rosemere's life and what led to this tragic wedding day. Rosemere do Nascimento Silva was born on March 26, 1985. She grew up in a lively neighborhood in São Paulo, surrounded by a loving family who played important roles in the community. Her parents, Maria and João do Nascimento, were well known and respected. Maria worked as a school teacher, admired for her dedication to teaching and inspiring her students. João ran a small local shop known for its friendly service and quality products. From a young age, Rosemere was known for her bright smile and caring personality. She loved playing with friends, going to school, and spending time with her family. Her parents taught her the values of kindness and loyalty, which she carried with her as she grew up. She was a diligent student, always eager to learn and do well in her studies. Rosemere dreamed of building a good life for herself and worked hard to achieve that. As she grew older, Rosemere's passion for life and her vivacious nature became more evident. She had a deep interest in the arts and often took part in community events and performances where her charm made her a popular and admired figure. With a keen sense for creativity and organization, she decided to pursue a career in event planning. This job allowed her to combine her love for creating special moments with her skill in managing details. In her career, Rosemere was known for her dedication and the warmth she brought to her work. Her colleagues and friends admired her not only for her professional skills, but also for her kind and thoughtful nature. Her journey from a joyful childhood in São Paulo to a successful career in event planning was shaped by her hard work, creativity, and the strong values her family instilled in her. Evidorix Damasceno was born on September 4, 1982. He grew up in São Paulo in a supportive and loving family. His early life was marked by a strong work ethic and a sense of responsibility. From a young age, he was known for his determination and ambition. He attended local schools where he was a diligent student, focusing on his studies and extracurricular activities. After completing his education, he entered the workforce, initially taking on various roles in the transportation industry. His career began with modest positions, but his dedication and skill quickly helped him advance. He became known for his reliability and strong work performance, earning respect in his field. Evidorix came from a family with a notable background. Although he was originally from a neighboring city, he moved to São Paulo to pursue better business opportunities. His family was distinguished in the finance sector. His father, Carlos, was a well-respected financial advisor known for his sharp acumen and ethical approach to business. His mother, Anna, was a dedicated philanthropist involved in various charitable causes, renowned for her compassion and generosity. By the time Evidorix met Rosemere, he had established himself as a successful and respected professional, driven by a strong sense of purpose and commitment. Rosemere do Nascimento Silva and Evidorix Damasceno's love story began in their hometown of São Paulo, Brazil. The couple first met through mutual friends and quickly formed a strong connection, drawn together by shared values and dreams. They both valued family deeply, and their relationship blossomed over time, filled with shared experiences and a deep commitment to one another. Their bond grew as they went through the challenges and joys of life in São Paulo, from the lively city life to the moments of quiet intimacy they shared. Evidorix, who worked in the transportation industry, and Rosemere, who had a passion for making special moments memorable, complemented each other well. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and love, leading them to the decision to spend their lives together. Marriage preparations had thus begun, and of course, we all know what preparing for a marriage entails. It needed a lot of money, and the couple seemed well equipped for the task. In terms of savings, Rosemere had always been careful with her money, saving up long before she met her husband. After they got together, her savings grew even more, and they both worked hard to save for their wedding. The groom, Evidorix, said they made many sacrifices, like working late and doing overtime, all to make their big day special. His biggest dream was to see Rosemere as a bride. The big day was slowly arriving, and Evidorix, who had nothing but praises for his fiancée, described Rosemere as a perfectionist who wanted everything at the wedding to be just as she had imagined. However, there was one plan she kept secret from him. You see, Rosemere, even as a kid, had always dreamt of arriving at her wedding in a grand style. Specifically, she always dreamt of arriving in a helicopter and surprising her husband and the guests at large. So, she saved up enough in realization of this dream. She sought the services of a private company who specialized in renting helicopters. She didn't tell many people, only a few, like her sister-in-law, Helene Aparecida Alves Silva. Rosemere was thrilled about the idea. Hiring a private helicopter at the time was 1,800 reals, which is around $329. Rosemere settled this amount in two payments of 1,200 reals and 600 reals. Today, this is around $219 and $110 respectively. She imagined the reaction of the 300 guests she had invited, saying to Helene, "Wow, on Monday, everyone will say I'm rich." This was more than just a wedding for Rosemere. It was a dream come true that she wanted to share with those closest to her. In addition to her sister-in-law and some of the party organizers, 3 other people knew about the flight and were going to accompany Rosemere on the helicopter to the wedding. They were her brother, Silvano Nascimento da Silva, who would be in charge of taking her to the altar, the pilot, Peterson Pinheiro, and the photographer, Neila Cristina Neves Losada, who was 6 months pregnant. Now that you know their story, let's wake up to the wedding day. The morning of August 22nd began like any other wedding day, filled with anticipation and last-minute preparations. The helicopter was a luxurious model, equipped to provide a comfortable ride. Rosemere's big day started early. At 7 a.m., she was already at the beauty salon to get her hair and makeup done. At 2 p.m., she was already dressed in white, ready to walk down the aisle. She drove to Osasco, in the metropolitan region of São Paulo, where the helicopter, which was called a Robinson 44, took off from. And before boarding, she posed for what would later turn out to be the last photo of her life. The video I'm about to show you explains the high spirits of the bride and crew before they actually took off. The flight was supposed to land about 15 minutes, and Rosemere and the other crew members were expected to land on the farm's lawn at around 4:20 p.m. So the time is about 3:30 p.m., and with the weather all clear and sunny, coupled with the fact that the passengers and the pilot are in a good mood, we are ready to go to our wedding. Journey with us. The bride, as expected, looks very happy. Her brother Silvano Silva, on the other hand, is happy for his sister but doesn't buy the idea of flying and is afraid, but only does this to please his sister. The pilot, Peterson Pinheiro, confidently controls the helicopter, but as you can see, the weather begins to deteriorate with fog and drizzling, which makes Silvano and the photographer nervous. The photographer, however, speaks up and inquires about the situation. She gets a reassuring answer from the pilot, who seems confident. The weather begins to deteriorate further, and so does Rosemere's brother's anxiety. However, Rosemere's display of shocking calmness throughout the situation, and even holds her brother's hand, in a bid to calm him down. The photographer, having been reassured by the pilot, displays no fear and trusts the pilot's judgment. This doesn't pay off, as something terrible happens. The minutes passed and nothing happened. The bride's delay is traditional, but it began to take on exaggerated dimensions, and began to worry even the owner of the buffet, Carlos Eduardo Batista. Unknown to him that just moments after takeoff, the situation took a dire turn and something tragic had already occurred. Like you just saw in the video, some moments after takeoff, eyewitnesses reported seeing the helicopter wobble and struggle to maintain altitude before it began its tragic descent. The exact reasons for the crash initially suggested possible mechanical issues or pilot error. However, it was later discovered that adverse weather conditions played a significant role in the accident. The helicopter, unable to recover, crashed in a densely populated area of São Paulo. After the crash, emergency responders arrived swiftly, but the impact was devastating. The helicopter was engulfed in flames, making rescue efforts extremely challenging. Despite the best efforts of the first responders, all those on board, including Rosemere and the other passengers, perished in the crash. The news of the accident spread rapidly, and the city of São Paulo was soon filled with mourning. The loss of Rosemere do Nascimento Silva was deeply felt by both families and the community at large. For her parents, Maria and Joao, the news was a heartbreaking blow. They had watched their daughter grow from a bright and ambitious young woman to a beloved member of their community. Her sudden and tragic death left an immense void in their lives. Before we continue, we would love to appreciate the support of those who subscribe to our channel. If you haven't done so, please do well to click the subscribe button now. Thank you. Evidorix's family, who had come to know Rosemere and embrace her as part of their own, were devastated. Carlos and Ana, who had been eagerly looking forward to welcoming Rosemere into their family, were faced with the unimaginable pain of losing their son's bride. The grief was compounded by the loss of the joyous future they had envisioned for the couple. After the tragic death of Rosemere do Nascimento Silva in the helicopter crash, her fiancé, Evidorix Damasceno, was deeply affected. During an interview,